Imagine you're setting up a system to monitor your garage door. You want to know when it's open or closed, and you've chosen to use magnetic sensors and a relay to achieve this. This setup not only enhances security but also provides real-time feedback. The magnetic sensors will detect the door's position, while the relay will control an indicator LED, alerting you when the door is ajar. To make this work seamlessly, you'll need to understand the interaction between these components. We'll dive into the exact connections and settings required, ensuring you grasp every detail. This is crucial because incorrect wiring can lead to malfunctions or even damage. So, let's start by understanding the role of each component and how they integrate into a cohesive system. Magnetic sensors, also known as reed switches, operate on a simple yet effective principle. When a magnetic field is present, the reed switch closes, completing the circuit. This is why placing one sensor on the garage door frame and another on the door itself is effective. When the door is closed, the magnetic fields align, activating the switch. Now, let's talk about the relay. A relay acts as an electrical switch that opens and closes circuits under the control of another circuit. In this case, the relay is used to control the LED indicator. When the magnetic sensor is activated, it sends a signal to the relay, which then completes the circuit for the LED, turning it on. This setup ensures that the LED only lights up when the garage door is open, providing a clear visual indication. Now, let's dive into the initial setup and precise placement of the components. Begin by mounting the magnetic sensors. Place one sensor on the garage door frame and the other on the door itself, ensuring they align perfectly when the door is closed. This alignment is critical for accurate detection. Next, position the finder relay module, model 9505, in a secure location near the door frame. Ensure it's easily accessible for wiring but protected from any potential physical damage. Remember, the relay will act as the intermediary between the sensors and the LED indicator. Connect the sensors to the relay using shielded twisted pair cables to minimize electromagnetic interference. This setup ensures reliable signal transmission. And here's why that matters: precise sensor placement and secure relay positioning are foundational for the system's reliability and accuracy. Now, let's dive into the precise wiring of the magnetic sensors to the relay. First, identify the normally open, NO, and normally closed, NC, contacts on your magnetic sensors. Connect the NO contact of the first sensor to one terminal of the relay's coil. Then, link the NC contact of the second sensor to the other terminal of the relay's coil. This configuration ensures that the relay activates only when both sensors are aligned, indicating the garage door is open. Remember, the relay's coil requires a 12-volt supply, which should be connected to the appropriate terminals. For the LED indicator, connect it between the relay's NO contact and the 12-volt supply. This setup will light up the LED when the relay is activated, signaling an open garage door. To optimize your setup, consider the contact rating of your magnetic sensors. Typically, these can handle up to 500 milliamps, which is more than sufficient for your LED. If you notice flickering or inconsistent performance, it may indicate a loose connection or a sensor nearing its end of life. Ensure all connections are tight and consider upgrading to sensors with higher ratings for longevity. Additionally, if your LED requires more current than the sensors can provide, using a relay is the correct approach. Set the relay's coil voltage to match your system's voltage, typically 12 volts in your case. This ensures efficient operation and prevents unnecessary wear on your components. Remember, the goal is to create a reliable and durable system that requires minimal maintenance. When setting up your garage door monitoring system, you might encounter a few common pitfalls. One frequent issue is incorrect wiring, leading to a non-functional relay. Ensure that your magnetic sensors are correctly aligned and that the relay's contacts are properly connected. If the LED doesn't light up when the door is open, double-check the continuity of the circuit. Another issue could be a faulty relay or sensor. Test each component individually to isolate the problem. Remember, the relay's contact rating should match or exceed the LED's current draw. Lastly, Ensure your power supply is stable and sufficient for all components. This meticulous approach will help you debug and resolve most issues you encounter.